So what would your advice be for a high school athlete trying to that wants to play college football? Like what should they be doing?
Well, so the one thing that I got introduced to at Fordham, but I didn't really take it seriously, was flexibility training and mobility training. So not just pounding at your muscles and lifting weights and like wearing sleeves on your joints instead of fixing the issue. Your joints shouldn't hurt when you're working out. They should not hurt. If they're hurting, you're 9 times out of 10 doing something wrong. So one thing that I have now added to my arsenal to help athletes who, like my marathon runner, one of them, she fractured her hips because her hips were so tight. She fractured her foot, and this was all because her muscles were so tight and stressful on her bone that these things were fracturing. So the introduction of myofascial release, which is foam rolling and doing it the right way. Have you ever heard of that? You ever
I,
done that
I've
before?
I've heard of foam rolling. That whatever the first thing you said was a little bit beyond me.
So when you foam roll, that's what you're doing. You're basically breaking up the fascia. And fascia is a connective tissue that they're now deeming as an organ that basically surrounds all the muscles and kind of unifies all the muscles. And it works closely with the nervous system as well. So when you're rolling over and you're manipulating this fascia, right? Think about when you get a massage and someone says you have a knot, right? Your muscles, they're integrated. They don't knot, right? They integrate. The fascia is what tightens up. So when they're breaking up those knots, they're breaking up the either scar tissue or the fascia that is no longer getting signaled from that nervous system. Okay,
Is
and it
is the
helps reactivate it.
is the fascia, is that inside the muscle, or is that like connecting the muscle to
It's a
whatever
sheath.
it's
It's a sheer, very thin membrane that covers the muscle.
okay, so it's like the skin of the muscle in a way.
You can say it like that. Yeah.
I'm
So
just like
that's
trying
what.
I'm trying to picture
Yeah.
it's like the sausage casing.
Yes. That's the best way to put it. It is, yes, exactly. And
Okay,
it
so that
covers.
gets tight.
Yes, and they're now deeming it, I think, in the past like 4 or 5 years, as an actual organ itself, as opposed to just some random tissue that connects the muscle. And
Okay.
so, teaching athletes to understand that pain, especially prime example, knee pain. A lot of athletes, myself included, had knee pain. When you have pain in your body, that source of pain or that the area of pain that you feel it, typically is simply a fire alarm. It's not the fire. So when you say, "Oh, my knees are hurting, so my knees may be bad," that's almost equivalent to you saying, "Hey, the fire alarm is going off. The fire alarm is broken."
Yeah.
No, there's a fire. That's why the fire alarm is going off. So it's up to the fitness professional, the strength and conditioning coach, which I know a lot of them are getting better at now, at finding the issues that these players are having. A lot of it is a result of tight hips. Okay, um, lack of mobility in the extenders and the flexors. So you think about the quads, lack of mobility, rotating in the transverse plane, um, and then also a lot of trainers and coaches not teaching their players to train laterally. I've seen that you've posted a couple videos of athletes training laterally, right? There's no reason why athletes at the professional level should have non-contact lateral injuries. There's no reason. If they're having non-contact impact injuries, lateral injuries, is because they're not training. Their body has not adapted to the point to where they can plant and that ACL does not tear.